Okay, we're here at the darkness. Transworld is over, and we're gonna just talk about a lot of different topics today. And if you didn't already know, and it's dark time now, but we're selling a whole bunch of props, a whole bunch of animatronics. I mean, look at this craziness here. This is pure craziness. And we're selling all this. It's crazy. But what I wanted to do today is, number one, tell you that we do have a bunch of stuff for sale that you can purchase. And we're looking forward to selling it. And look at this one right here. He actually works just fine. He obviously needs new clothes. But that's a perfect animation to fix up. And I wish that I had the time to fix all these. I also wish we need to get another animation tech to work here at the darkness, and maybe somebody who can help with the escape rooms. If that's you, contact me. We're always looking to hire more people. One of the big differences between us and a lot of these other companies is that we build attractions year round, and we also run escape rooms year round. And so yeah, we can afford to hire a few techs. So if anybody out there is looking for a job, especially if you're an escape room guy and you know how to use CNC machines, and you know how to use CNC machines and 3D printers and stuff like that, contact me ASAP. Love to talk to you, love to chat. So anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about, like, what do you do when Transworld's over? What should be your next plan of attack? Well, I can tell you what mine is. If you watch the video that we made on Transworld, you can kind of just, even though you went to Transworld and you saw everything, it actually is a benefit to you to go back and watch the videos that we made on the Hauntworld channel. We made a video of Scare Factory, Ghost Ride, Studio Tech, 13th floor, Beastcraft, Poison Props, Immortal Masks. We made a video of what else? We made a video of, golly, who else did we make a video of? Poison Props, but it also included the Killer Props. It included the new company called Never Mortis. By the way, that Never Mortis company, like, they're that one animation where the mantis is killing the human being, that's getting a lot of views on social media. That's something you got to think about whenever you see an animation like this. Does this thing scare anybody? No, it doesn't scare anybody. But I have a video, and I'm going to pull it up on my social media. Here we go. I'm going to pull this up. And this is definitely not the topic for today. But you see this video right here? Well, maybe you can see it. My camera won't see it. But this one right here, that has 13.9 million views. So that worked out really good for me. And let's look at my Instagram real quick. By the way, I have a huge Instagram when you're talking about haunted houses. So I have 33.4 And that bug video, which is right there, has 190,000 views. And then a video I took at the Limp has 204. And this electric chair from Killer Props, which was just uploaded earlier today, has 13,000. So it's a going. So I'm going to walk through the darkness here. Because I bought a big animation from Scare Factory. And I want to see if I can figure out if it'll go in here somewhere. Well, it ain't going to go there. I'm trying to see if there's any way possible to get it into the darkness. So I probably should have thought of that before I bought it, right? But that's okay, because I'm going to figure it out. Because the animation was just so cool that I got to figure it out. But today's video is about, where do you go from here? Well, I'm in a different boat than the rest of you guys, because we get the darkness ready and we also get the Limp ready for Transworld before March, which is what we did this year. Now, let me show you this. Oh, you guys are going to be mad at me. But if you see my Instagram, not my Instagram, my son, he emailed me, and we've been moving props into the Limp. So that's what we've been doing. And he showed me a video of where he put a bunch of brand new props in the Limp, including animatronics. And he showed me where he put them all. That's an animation from Dusk Productions. We bought that after the show was over. See, he's showing it to me. I can even turn the volume up.
So the arm doesn't come out to hit people.
Yep.
That one goes there, and then that's another new one that you bought that we put there.
So you can kind of see. And that's another animation that he put into the haunted house. That's another new animation he put into the haunted house. That's another one that we bought from Poison Props right when the show ended. Now, here's the thing, guys. I'm in a different boat than you. So we renovated the darkness for Transworld. Does that mean that we're done working on the darkness? That's a good question. And the answer is no. Because in years past, when we did these darkness haunt tours, we would have the tour, and then we would realize from a bunch of people going in that there was still some issues or problems or whatever. Man, I wonder if that... No, I couldn't go there. And so we'll go back and we'll fix it up. We'll change it. We'll update it or whatever. Like, for example, one of the things I noticed that we forgot to do for Transworld was we have this really cool, like, Dracula Frankenstein band, and it's supposed to go up against that wall over there, and we had to move it out of the way to get all the new props in. And we forgot to run that for Transworld. Shame on us. It just happens. But when you run around the trade show floor and you see things that are cool, sometimes you look at them and you go, oh yeah, we could put that in the darkness. We could put that in Limp. We can put that in Creepy World. So we did run around and we bought some stuff, and then we ordered a few things, not a lot of stuff. Most of the stuff that we bought was just being an opportunist, literally taking it right off the show floor and bringing it home. Most of the animations that we bought, we've already installed into Limp. So unfortunately, they weren't there for the haunted house tour, but they're there now. We're also buying from Killer Props their electric chair. We're buying their electric chair. And look at this, guys. All these candles were left on from the haunt tour. This is no bueno. The batteries are going to die. But anyway, So we absolutely did buy some stuff. We've already been installing it in the lamp. We're taking a few more animations over to the lamp. We bought the Killer Props electric chair. We're going to put it in the lamp. So we're investing some money in the lamp. Unfortunately, after Transworld, not before. We didn't have time to renovate or do anything new at the lamp. We were so busy doing the darkness. We just kind of opened the lamp. We did go over there and we made sure that it was safe and clean and all that. We maybe spent a couple days over there doing that. But now we are going over to the lamp and adding more props, because one of the things that I noticed when we were there was that it was kind of, there was a lot of stuff that was broken, and a lot of that broken stuff, or that looked kind of old and dated, we pulled it out, and that's in our pile of new stuff. I mean, stuff that we're selling at Transworld. Okay? I mean, not Transworld. I'm distracted because I'm turning off candles. No, we're selling it as, if you watch the video of all the stuff that we're selling, we pulled all that stuff out, and I bought more animation. So after the show's over, the first thing that I did was watch my own video, because I'm so narcissistic. I watched my own video to kind of like remind me of everything that was at the show, so I can have a better idea of what was there. And then you kind of go back and you go, well, do I need this? Do I need that? Do I need a little more of this or a little more of that? So that's the first thing we did. And the conclusion was, well, of course, we don't need any animations at the darkness. However, we don't need any props either. But we do have to order makeup. So one of the first things that I do, literally after Transworld, just to get it out of the way, is order makeup. Order all the makeup that you would need for the whole haunt season, and just go ahead and get that out of the way. And I will tell you, a really cool place to go order makeup is Monsterpalooza, if you plan on going to it. But that's one of the first things we'll do, is make sure we order makeup and stuff like that. If we need more of those rods, that zap people because they're so scary, like, we'll order a few of those. But right now, the focus is on the lamp, because lamp is the easiest thing to knock off the list, which is just, hey, we feel like we need to, doll it up a little bit with some new props and some new animations, not changing any scenes. This is not a big project. It's just get these things in there and kind of knock it out. And that's exactly what we're doing. Now, in the darkness, these tentacles, which everybody loved, there's about 5 or 6 more, so we're going to hang those. We're going to get that out of the way as well. Okay, and then once that's done, our focus is strictly on Creepy World. Now, so what I was getting to just a little while ago is we're in a little bit different situation than everybody else, because we're renovating our haunts before Transworld, while at the same time, we have another haunt that we would do more traditional, the way that most everybody else does it, which is, like you try to work on your haunt after Transworld. And so that's how Creepy World is done. Creepy World is done after the fact. Now, I will say that when you're like about halfway through the darkness, you start thinking about Creepy World. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do next? And so that's kind of sort of what we've been focused on. And then when darkness is almost done, it kind of like you come together and you start thinking about everything that you're going to do to Creepy World. So I have a plan for Creepy World before Transworld ever comes around. So I knew exactly what I was doing. I figured it all out. I don't know, it was about 3 weeks before Transworld. That's when darkness is just getting like some final touches here and there. You're past a lot of the hard stuff and you're on kind of to the easy stuff. So one of the things that I had to think about is Creepy World, for those who don't know, is a screen park. So what needs to be done there? Well, one of the things I thought was, you know, our hayride is getting old, and buying big props, big ones, to put on the hayride made a lot of sense. And that's why we got these guys. They were available, so we grabbed them. This would be the perfect entryway to a new haunt, or to the park itself, or put it literally on the front door of darkness. That was my idea of why we should buy that, and so we did. Now the reason we bought this, whenever you have a screen park and you have a lot of space, you can easily do pretty much anything. So we're going to build a selfie museum, and I will tell you exactly how I'm going to do that. I'm going to build like a small building. It's not going to be that big, and it's just going to have a half wall right when you walk in, and then it's just going to be like a U. You just make a U through it, and the way I'm going to do it is, once it's completely built and framed out, we'll go back and we'll measure it, and I'll know exactly what monsters we're going to install. And we'll literally have a really cool banner made that'll kind of give a description of the monster, and it'll say, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, TikTok, whatever. And so all through the place, it'll have, you know, hashtags, Instagram, where to tag us, things like that. And my focus is growing social media. And do you know why I want to grow social media? Because I actually think you could get to a point where you don't spend any money to market your haunted house. Imagine that. So what if you could get to 50,000, 100,000 Instagram followers? That's not easy to do. We have the second most Instagram followers in the haunted house industry that I know of. Now, if there's another one that has more than us, please share it in the comments. The one that I know that has the most is LA Haunted Hayride. By the way, they happen to be in Los Angeles. Okay, they have 50,000. We have 34,000 Instagram followers as the date of me recording this. And we would like to have you follow us on Instagram, which is @Scarefest. Boom. We have a Darkness Facebook page, a Creepy World Facebook page, a Scarefest Facebook page, and we have a Limp Facebook page. We have a Twitter account. We have a TikTok page. Our TikTok page essentially has about 700,000 followers. But I actually think it's possible to, just from hiring somebody that does nothing but posts on your social media like every day, that you theoretically could get the word out for very little money. And do you know how you do that? Is you post year-round on your page. And if you came to our seminar, which was with Grim Life Collective, and you didn't attend that, you made a big mistake. Shame on you. One of the things that was discussed was to let your customers into the workings, the inner workings of your haunted house year-round. So in other words, when we're building the new haunted house at Creepy World, post that content on your YouTube page, post it on your Facebook page. Literally do vlogs of you working at your haunted house year-round. Now, that would be the perfect way for you to stay in tune, or your audience to stay in tune with your page. And you can do that very easily, because think about these videos that I'm making. There's no editing. It's just me turning on a camera and literally pointing and shooting. Now, you could literally do that if you knew exactly what you were going to shoot. And the videos you make could be 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes long, just kind of sort of walking around, talking about everything that's going on. And here's Here's Adam again. Adam, he's camera shy. So anyway, the point is that you have to grow your social media in order for you to even have a chance to not spend any money. Now, I would never not spend money, but if you build up a nice audience, you could just market to that audience because that audience is so big. So in other words, on Facebook, like The Darkness has like 30,000 followers, which isn't like a ton. There you go again. Where are you going now?
I gotta fix something upstairs.
Okay, he's going to fix something upstairs. But you literally could put an ad on Facebook with no help from anybody and just boost the ad and target just the people who like your page. Well, that's 30,000 people. If you have 33,000, 34,000 Instagram followers, you could boost ads just to the people who like your page. You're getting, a huge audience. I have another Facebook page. I used to have all my haunts was in one, and I think that page has 120,000 followers on Facebook. But Lemp has over 20,000. Darkness might have 30,000. Creepy World might have, 30,000. I don't know. But then we've discovered a new thing for marketing, and that is to market with sending texts. So if you use Fear Ticket, and then when your season's over, or even during the middle of the season, whatever, and your past seasons, you get your Excel file and it has all those phone numbers. You literally can text people that you're open. But I think creating content all year round is key. And we talked about this at the Darkness Haunted House behind the scenes tour. So we will be documenting all of the haunting goings on, and as we get progress, we'll make a quick little video. We're going to share it with our audience all season long and kind of explain to them what is going on, like all summer preparing for the haunt season. I don't think you have to do these long drawn out videos because nobody wants to watch that because it gets long in the tooth. But hey, if ahead of time, hey, I could take this quick video and it might be 5 minutes, it might be 8 minutes long, and I could just press play and I already know everything that's going to happen. You literally could go right to your social media and upload it. Boom, done. But anyway, getting back on the topic, what we do when the haunt season's over is wrap up the Darkness, wrap up Lemp, and start Creepy World. And we've already started Creepy World. And the biggest thing we did was dragging all these props out of Creepy World and bring them over to the Darkness so we can sell them. We wanted to clear space out so we can move all this new stuff over there until we're ready to put it outside. We also tore down 2 old structures that we're going to replace with this selfie museum. Okay. And I bought all the monsters from Midnight Studios. These monsters will be in there, and I'm literally just going to make banner backdrops. I'll frame them in with 1x3 rough cut cedar. It'll look great, and put some lighting and some sound, and you're good to go. And that's a really quick attraction, I can tell you that. And so that'll be one attraction. The other attraction we're doing is, as you know, with all these props we're selling, the Krampus stuff. We are replacing our Krampus haunted house, which we have a facade for sale as well. So we're going to replace that with a new haunt, which we're going to put that Slayer in, the one that's sitting over there, and he's been sitting there for 5 years. He's on the other side. We got to get him out of here once and for all. That's what we're going to do. We're going to build a haunted house just for that guy. So we're just going to do a hodgepodge of monsters. It's going to be vampires, werewolves, Frankenstein, any kind of monster is going to go in there. And I'm going to do this haunt very easy, very simple, and very quickly. And I'm going to document that, and I will be uploading it to the Scarefest YouTube page. So go over there and follow us if you can. And we're also going to upload it. Maybe we'll upload it to the Hauntworld YouTube page as well. I'm going to do a down and dirty, quick, fast, easy rebuild on Krampus. The facade won't be easy and fast, but the actual haunt will be. I'm going to make it pretty much out of vacuum form, and I'm going to frame it all on with like 1x3s, and then we'll rust all that stuff up. We'll paint all the bricks and the rocks and the skull panels and everything. And it's going to look really good really fast. And then we'll put some beams in, which we'll be able to build fairly quickly. So we'll put some beams in. And then when it's all done and set up, the monsters will go in, the animatronics will go in, and yeah, I think it's going to come together really fast. We're going to build a lot of coffins. Obviously there's going to be a lot of coffins, and I think the haunt will be great. And I think we're going to try to make the facade with some flame machines. But this is what we do. Like, after the season is over, we literally transition to Creepy World, and that's what we're going to do. And eventually we'll start working on marketing stuff, and we'll start shooting marketing materials. We'll start shooting videos. Now, we've already actually started on that. We had a guy, and we're going to do a video on this coming up, where a guy's going to fly a drone through the haunted houses, and then you're going to see what the footage looks like. And we're going to interview him, and we're going to talk about taking a drone into your haunted house and getting footage that way. So that's coming up as well. I think we might do that video next week, and I think that's going to be shocking to you when you see that. It just reminds me of Evil Dead, when the camera was zooming around the cabins in the woods. That's what it reminds me of. So we're going to shoot the lamp and the darkness with drones, and we're going to start editing together footage for promo videos for darkness and lamp. Now, every year, we are not able to shoot promos for Creepy World until we get something built and done. So one of the things we do is fake it. We have no choice. But we're going to try to get this new haunt done. We're going to try to get it installed, and we're going to try to shoot some promo videos as well. So that's our plan, is to start working on Creepy World, start putting it together, and start creating marketing materials. Now, if you're in the haunt business and you're struggling to get your attendance over the hump, you need to start making marketing material now. And by the way, this guy that flies drones through your haunt, if your haunt can turn on and you can fly drones through there, I can put you in touch with him, and he could shoot and make you a promo video. That would be fantastic. Now, I let him fly a drone through the darkness. The footage was amazing, but now we need to get actors in and literally fly the drones into the actors and have them grab at the camera and things of that nature. Get animations to trigger, fly right up to the animations. I mean, we're going to try to get a ton of drone footage of the darkness and the lamp next week. And so that video is going to come up, and we're going to videotape. We're going to make a video just for you to show you how it's done and what the benefits are. So that's coming up. So that's my video today. I wanted to thank everybody who stopped me at the trade show or here at the Darkness and said they watched the videos. I am making the videos because I have literally told Transworld this 1,000 times. I will say it 1,000 more. Transworld can have somebody do a seminar on scares. 60 scares in 60 minutes. First off, that's not even possible, but whatever. Okay, and that seminar sells out, and then when somebody does a business seminar, like, nobody attends whatsoever. And it really shows that the haunted house industry has their priorities backwards. Okay, I'm saying it. I'm not afraid to say it because I'm telling you the truth. And when people were running around accepting checks, this is just what I heard. I don't know if it's true from Haunt Pay or what's that other one called? The one that's sponsored like everything. I'm waiting for somebody, but there's nobody here to tell me. Ticket Spice, I think it is, and they're offering you signing bonuses to sign 5-year contracts. If you did that, you should really shoot yourself in the head, because you just basically donated tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars to their business when you could have kept that money by using Fear Ticket, for example, where you get to literally keep your service fees. You pay 50 cents. And then when you add in the features, like the upgrade features and all the features, I talked to one guy that was in the ticketing business. He admitted, he goes, yes, we agree. Fear Ticket is feature rich, meaning it has so many features, it's stupid. But that's what you need to make more money, is features. And we're creating features that help you make more money right there on the spot. You can use the features to upgrade people on the spot. They'll literally press a button and they give you another $15. Don't sign contracts with ticketing companies. You know what? If you want to use a ticketing company, and you don't want to use Fear Ticket, which is a mistake, then just simply say, well, okay, so-and-so ticketing company, we don't need any signing bonus. We'll just use you for this year and see how it goes. Okay, you should keep your options open. Fear Ticket has no contract. Why don't we have a contract? Because once you use it, you'll never leave, because your revenue will go up. The simplicity of using the system is easier, and it's so many features to help you make more money. You would never leave in 1,000 years. So giving you some ridiculous amount of money, when you use a calculator, you add that up and you go, holy cow, if I would have used Fear Ticket, this $20,000 signing bonus is a drop in the bucket to the hundreds of thousands of dollars I would have made if I just would have used Fear Ticket. And so, not trying to get on a rampage about Fear Ticket, but what's aggravating with the haunted house industry, and by the way, it's also aggravating when I think of Transworld, is that there needs to be whole tracks dedicated to nothing but business seminars. And we need to force haunt owners to go in it. Maybe what we need Transworld to do is sell like a pass to the business pass. And it's like $150 or $200 or maybe $300, whatever. And there's like 10 business seminars, and they're all geared to make you more money, to better so that you can do digital marketing yourself. There needs to be a seminar that says, do digital marketing yourself and save money. Why would you use a digital marketing company? You could literally get somebody to help you do this for like a couple $1,000s. Why would you give tens of thousands of dollars for somebody to set up your ads when you could do it yourself? Pay somebody to make content for you. I paid somebody to do nothing but just monitor my pages. When I add up what I spent and what a normal person would spend, trust me, it's two different numbers. You can go to the show and buy more monsters. You could build your own selfie museum. You could improve your hayride. You could buy another tractor. And you know what else you might be able to do is buy a Lamborghini. So when we go to the Transworld next year, I promise you, I will have a Lamborghini and I will drive it up, and I'm going to have a wrap that says, if you just would have listened, you could have a Lamborghini as well. And it's not even about a Lamborghini. It's about growing your business and doing what's the best for your staff, your employees, your family. You've got to think things through. Does this make sense? So anyway, we'll make some more videos even though the show's over, and we'll continue to help the haunted house industry sort through these complicated problems that you're not getting solved at Transworld because you go into a seminar about a detail or a scare or whatever when you should be learning how to be a better business person. I doubt very seriously that the mass majority of haunted house owners went to business school. I doubt very seriously. Now, I didn't go to business school either. I learned the hard way, but I have a lot of common sense. Okay, it's just the facts. And so you learn from doing. But I will tell you that my old original partner, who was very smart with business, said, Larry, for all the mistakes you make, I could have paid to put you through Harvard. And that's why it would have been better to go to business school and then start a haunted house. So if you're going to start a haunted house and learn the business on the fly, you might go out of business because your passion is with the scaring part and all that, and not focus where it needs to be on the business. Because if you guys were focused on business, you would all be using Fear Ticket. You would all be learning how to do the digital marketing yourself. You would be right now making content for your haunt season. This is what you would be doing. But instead, most of you do something completely different. And this is why you don't grow your business, or you fail, or you struggle, or you just make enough to go from one season to the next. I can tell you, just saying, that my escape rooms make more money than the haunted houses, okay? And now, not the haunted houses combined, but just like, say, the darkness. It makes more money than the darkness. And I struggled mightily when I first opened it, and I would say the first year and a half, 2 years was a struggle figuring out how to make money. But I did figure it out, and you know what I kept doing? Plunging money into it. Maybe I've gotten it all back, who knows? But just plunging money into it, trying to learn on the fly. So when you have people who've already been successful, you've got to go to those people and seek out advice, even if you have to pay for it. And that's something I don't understand about the haunt industry. Hey, is when you don't know, like, you still want it for free, okay? If somebody knows, pay them. Save yourself a lot of money and a lot of agony, and steamroll into success a lot quicker. There you go. Now, before we go, I wanted to address a couple quick controversies that I've read about. Number one, Scare Factory. I have made videos and I have said that I bought props from Scare Factory. And yes, I did. Here they are. Now, I did not order anything from Scare Factory last year. My favorite company to order from, I'm not going to even deny it, is Unit 70. And they made that thing right there. I love Unit 70. He's never done anything that he didn't say he was going to do. So every time he said he was going to do something, he did it every single time. Bo, in my opinion, is one of the greatest companies that ever happened in the haunted house industry. With that being said, every haunt buys from multiple vendors. And when do you buy something from somebody? When you actually see something that you know you want, you like, or could enhance or improve your event. Who's going to deny that this wouldn't enhance your event? And it would be really cool. If you put this as an entrance to your haunt, this is going to get a lot of Instagram videos, a lot of tags, and that's how you have to start thinking about it. A lot of people are going to want to videotape these, take pictures with them, so on and so forth. And this has to be literally one of the best animations I've ever seen at Transworld. That doesn't mean I don't love all the other vendors. I absolutely do. But here's my problem for the people that want to bash people because they bought something from Scare Factory. This industry, and let's just call a spade, is very much a what have you done for me lately industry. A lot of stuff is said and done, and people are upset, and it's just not at Scare Factory, it's at all kinds of people, myself included. And then what do? Because that vendor, that person is offering something that they want, what do? They buy it, okay? And the truth is that I did not buy anything from Scare Factory last year, but I did buy something from them 2 years ago, and then I bought stuff from this year. And then prior to buying stuff from them 2 years ago, I hadn't bought from them in 10 years. So, but it's not a controversy. Okay? And it's not a controversy to say that Scare Factory had the best booth at Transworld, because they did. You know what should be a controversy is the people who And I don't know who the heck Transworld put in charge of this. I'm questioning whether or not they know anything about operating a haunted house, because they don't understand what haunts want or need, because they would not have voted the way they did. So, but maybe they got a different criteria. Then I don't understand what the voting is. I just know from my perspective, it's, hey, do you have something that could change or alter or improve me getting more social media followers to promote your haunted house for free, or at least lower the amount that you would spend? And you know what? Scare Factory had that. That's a game changer. And you want to get these animations out where people can see them for sure. So Scare Factory had the best booth. Is it controversial to say that because they've had problems in the past? No, it's not, because it's a fact. So you don't want to order from them because you had a problem with them in the past. I completely appreciate and can totally understand that. But at the same time, I'm only giving my opinion on what the best booth was based on what was there. Not whether or not they would actually deliver it to you. Not whether or not they won't take your order or whatever. None of that matters. What matters is I'm going by what was on the trade show floor. The best booths were Scare Factory, Studio Effects Tech, and then, I mean, they were the two best by far. Because Studio Effect Tech stuff is game-changing stuff. That's game-changing stuff. And they had so much cool stuff. The only reason I probably wouldn't make it number one is some of that stuff was really expensive, but it's game-changing. That's the kind of stuff that really gives your haunt a separator. And you know, just seeing a scenic looking booth, that's not a game changer for somebody's haunt. Just saying. Immortal Mask having really cool masks, or CFX or whoever, that's game changing, because you can take those masks and you can literally make promo videos. You can actually put those actors out in the crowd and take pictures and videos with them. So yes, they're game changing. And so I'm literally going by what I'm seeing at the show. Scare Factory had the best booth. Okay, it's not a controversy. It's not a controversy at all. Even if I didn't want to order from anything from them, I would still say it was the best booth, because it was. You would have to be completely brain dead not to agree they had the coolest stuff. That doesn't mean anybody else didn't have cool stuff, because they all did. Everybody did. But man, the stuff that's going to get you a lot of social media tags was Scare Factory, Studio Tech, Beastcraft had a lot of cool stuff. Whew. Just saying. I was told from Grim Life Collective, when they did their video of Transworld, the thing that got the most comments was the Killer Props electric chair. Got a lot of views on my Instagram. Distortion's booth was insane. Do you know how many people went over there and videotaped that alien? A lot. Okay? That was probably one of the most filmed things at the show. The violin animation, that got a lot of social media action. That's who should win best booth, okay? Is people who let the public decide. You take videos, you put it on social media, and see what the reaction is. You see what I'm saying? So it's not a controversy to say Scare Factory had the best booth. That doesn't mean that you're going to order from them. It just means at Transworld 2024, they had the best booth. If you buy from them, great. If not, don't. But it's not wrong to say, well, I would never order from this or that company, but yeah, that stuff was cool. Another thing I wanted to address really fast, and then we're going to end this video, was somebody said that they were upset because I said I don't like Haunters Hangout. Look, I am not a member of Haunters Hangout. I have no plans to join Haunters Hangout. Would it hurt if I did? No, because I really don't get on Facebook. So maybe I should go join Haunters Hangout. But I don't look at any of these forums. As Transworld gets closer and closer, and we're promoting a haunt tour, we will maybe from time to time get on a few, but mostly I'm on the Hauntworld Fright Forum Facebook page, which, by the way, we just put a post out there that says, man, we want to stop being spammed by endless people selling stuff, including Fear Ticket, by the way. They were posting on the damn thing every day. It got annoying. I deleted them all. So I love Fear Ticket, but you can't post on there every day. That's annoying. I want to be on a space where people are talking about haunts, where you can talk about, hey, how could I improve my bottom line? How much should I charge? How many nights should I open? Where did you purchase insurance? Okay. Should I hire more actors or less actors? Should I buy animatronics? My point was not directed at Haunters Hangout. It was the point in general that there's a lot of Facebook groups dedicated to the haunted attraction industry. And when you look at a Haunters Hangout in particular, it has 42,000 members. Good for you. Congratulations. There's a lot of people who love to talk about Halloween. Okay. And guess what? Most of them are in Haunters Hangout. So it's a great place to be. I have no problem with that. My point isn't if Haunters Hangout is a cool place for you to join, because it is. That's not my point. My point was that if you're a haunted attraction owner / operator, meaning you make your living running and operating a haunted house, you cannot go on a place like Haunters Hangout, and for that matter, you can't even go on the Hauntworld Fright Forum and discuss these kinds of intimate details about your haunted attraction, because the mass majority of opinions will be from people who do not own, do not operate, do not have any experience whatsoever operating, running a haunted house. Even people who act in haunts, they don't understand all the tax that you pay. You pay sales tax, you pay state tax, local tax, and then based on how much money you make, you pay federal tax. And this all comes off the bottom line. So you can't talk about that on Haunters Hangout. You can, and you might get 40 comments, but 39 and a half of them will be from people who don't know what they're talking about. That's just the truth. Because people who own and operate haunted houses, the people who are literally risking it all every year, trying to pursue their dreams, okay? If you started a topic such as, I want to cut labor and save money that way, wow, you would get scorched. Because the majority, well, not the majority, but a lot of the people in Haunters Hangout are the actors. They're going to think that all you care about is money. And that you should be doing this for free, for God's sakes. But the funny part is the actors say, hey, you should pay us more. Well, my biggest cost is labor. Security, hiring police. Does anybody know what that costs? Do you know I have to pay sales, I have to pay property tax, I have to pay building insurance, liability insurance, the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And these haunted houses are only open for 20, 30, 40, whatever days. And that's how much time you have to make your money back. And by the way, if it rains or there's a COVID or 9/11, think about that. That was September the 11th, right when haunts were opening. And these kinds of things happen. Well, you're SOL. All I was saying, and I stand by what I was saying, and I've already said it 100 times in the past, is that the haunted house industry needs a forum that is more private to just haunt owners or operators, where you could talk about subjects that don't involve like the passion of Halloween. Does that make sense? You're not going to learn that stuff on a Haunters Hangout, because the people you would want to engage with you are not on there or would not talk about that topic and that kind of setting. And then sometimes you could talk about a subject that just makes you seem like you don't love the holiday. And you could get swamped for that. But if you had a private setting and you asked that question, you would get legitimate answers. I'm a member of a group called the Family Fun Center Owners Operators, and there's only like 700 people in there. That's more realistic. That's like more like the owners and operators of family fun centers. Does this make sense? That's the point that I was making. So, do I like Haunters Hangout? Well, I don't know because I'm not on it, but I know a lot of people are, and they love it, and they have a great time on it, and I think it's fantastic. But not to have a conversation about intimate details of owning and operating a business. If I was a vendor, I might be on Haunters Hangout, especially like if I sold masks. Everybody on there might be interested in masks. But anyway, hopefully this explains it, and we will see you really soon. And with all that being said, watch for more videos coming soon, and get in touch with us about all the props we have for sale.